Shannon, how does it feel to win that game?
Oh, it feels great. And I think obviously we had two really close games with them. And I think the cool thing was, like I was just saying to my assistants, is we sort of learned a lot, I think, in each one, and we got a little bit better in each game as well in terms of how we executed our offense against what they were doing. I thought our ball movement tonight was incredible. I think we had 32 assists on 37 made shots, which is just phenomenal. And it's something that we've been talking about for most of this year, and we've made incremental improvements in that area. And I think to see it all come together tonight and have a game like that against such a great team and a well-coached team, and a team that we've had some really great battles with over the last 3 years was, very rewarding.
Courtney, can you talk us through how it felt on the court?
Yeah, I think it was kind of just like an accumulation of everything we've been working on all year. And obviously in finals games, that's pretty hard to put together. There's a lot of pressure. We have a lot of young players. So I think it was really awesome. I think we had 6 in double figures. So I think that's kind of what it takes to win championships, is obviously great coaching, great schemes, and then players that are kind of willing to show up every night. And I think that's kind of what you saw, is just a really great team effort.
Shannon, do you think, how much did it help having Letitia Amahir only play 11 minutes?
Oh, I mean, she's a great player, so her getting in foul trouble early obviously hurts them, and then we're able to claw our way back in the first quarter. And again, it's, the foul trouble, we've had that the other 2 games. We had Nia Coffey, Alex Fowler, Lauren Cox all in foul trouble the other 2 games. Woodsy's had it a little bit. So, that's what happens to teams. And, obviously we were able to capitalise on that a little bit. But, Perth are a great team. I think if she's off the floor, they've got Hoykart and other people that come in and hurt you rotating in. So, I'm just proud of the overall effort that we put in, and we're able to, put on a game like that.
Did anything change in that third quarter that you were able to lock them down so well?
Look, we talked at halftime about a couple of little things that we wanted to do with the pick and roll, and obviously Ali Wilson had been getting in the paint sort of at will, so we're trying to limit that a little bit more. But I think it's just with us, it's about being consistent, sticking to our rules, trusting in what we're doing the same thing every single time, and knowing that if we do it consistently enough, they're going to make some shots, but we're going to be able to make other ones really difficult. And then we've got such a great rebounding team, we can clean up the glass and get into our transition game. So I think we're able to just do that. We just locked down a bit better defensively. I think Woody hit a 3 on the first play of the half, which obviously helped us get a bit of momentum coming out of half time, and off we went.
Is it 7-8 days until game 1 of the grand final? How are you going to keep the momentum?
Good question. I think we've got to see who we play first and what happens in that other series. And I think for us, it's going to be good. Have a chance to recover a little bit, probably fine tune 1 or 2 things. Obviously, once we know who we're playing, start to prepare for that and whatever it is that they do. And I think the way we're going now, I think the girls are all pretty locked in and they're pretty hungry, and we'll have no problems, I think, staying locked in for the next 5, 6, 7 days.
Shannon, we've spoken about it all season, but how much of a reward is this for the effort that this new look team has put in?
Oh, it's phenomenal. I mean, if you had told me at the start of the year that we'd be back in the grand final, I wouldn't say I wouldn't believe you, because I believed in the people we had, but we genuinely thought it would take a little bit of time for this group to gel, and which it has this season. I think we were 5-4 after 9 games, and we made a change with an import and brought a new player in, and we've had injuries, and we've had Lauren Mansell go from starting to being a backup, and Abby Ellis come in and do that job, and we've had some different things happening, but I think from day 1 of preseason, really, I kept saying to Sam, I just feel really good about this team, and I feel like we've got the right people and we've got the right mix of youth and experience and those types of things. And then obviously when Nia Coffey joined us, we felt like that was probably the missing piece that could put us back into contention to challenge the Perth and Bendigo that I think everybody were talking about most of the season, in terms of that would be the grand final matchup and whatnot. And we just kept plugging away, and as I said, we've tried to be pretty consistent with what it is that we're looking for on both offense and defense, and I think you see tonight a lot of that starting to come together for the full 4 quarters.
And Courtney, what's it meant for you to be, I guess, involved in such a special journey that has been this year, and yourselves, I guess, really getting that chance to step up as a leader and a co-captain?
Yeah, I think kind of like Shannon said, I think I mean, obviously, things are never really deserved. It's just been very well earned, I think, throughout this year, and it's a really great group. And I think for the most part, we just want to keep playing basketball together. And the games are great, and obviously you want to win. But I think this group just really wants to stay together and doesn't want the season to end, which is pretty rare. I feel like at this point of the year, I've been on teams where like people are counting down the days they want to go home, but I feel like this team has never felt like that. It's just we want to like stay together and play as much basketball as we can. And I think just being aware that situation doesn't come around very often, so we're just kind of doing everything we can to stay together and keep playing.
Courtney, that second half got very physical with Perth. Can you just talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, I think obviously Perth are trying to keep their season alive, and they're doing kind of anything they can to make that happen. And Shannon kind of made us a little bit aware that that's probably what was going to happen. I think we handled it the best we could. Obviously, it's an emotional game. It's a finals game, and Perth were doing everything they could, and I think it was entertaining basketball, so we'll take that. Hopefully the fans enjoyed it, but yeah, obviously we'll probably have some sore bodies tomorrow.
You obviously don't know who you're coming up against, but how does that reflect in your preparation for not, is it Bendigo or is it Flyers?
Yeah, I think honestly it'll be a bit of a reset. I think we've talked about Perth for what feels like a really long time. I think we knew for a while it was going to be Perth in the semis, and now I think obviously it's great we won, and now it's a bit of like a line drawn in the sand. You don't really get a championship for winning the semi-finals, so it's really exciting, and I think the next 24 hours we'll celebrate that, and then it's kind of just on to the next series and what we can do better. And it doesn't really matter even who we're playing, it's just like how can we continue to play better as a group.
That first quarter blew out a little bit. Is that a concern or something you really got to work on, because this grand final series there's probably going to be no prisoners?
Yeah, I think so, and that's kind of something Shannon said, that Perth were going to come out swinging, and they obviously did, which does suck that they were able to get out to a good start, but I think it was impressive that such a young group was able to kind of claw it back, and it was collectively, but obviously you want to have a good start anytime you play, so I think going to the grand final, that's something we'll try and emphasise.
You speak about sorry Paul, you're right.
As far as the girls' preparation-wise, what do you do over the next few days?
Yeah, I think the first thing is probably just recover. It's been a bit crazy over 10 days. Obviously we went to Melbourne for the awards. Perth is a very far way to go, so it'll be nice to just kind of have a couple of days in Townsville. Be nice to Shannon hang out with his family, us to kind of just have some time to rest and recover, and then obviously it's just kind of back to it, back to training, back to the gym, and yeah, it's just nice that we get to kind of continue the season together.
You spoke about the fans there, Courtney. How were they tonight? It was a big crowd, very loud. Could you feel that on the court?
Yeah, I think it's kind of moments like that I really try not to take for granted. I think playing finals basketball, obviously half the teams don't get to do that, so the fact that we're even still playing is amazing, and then let alone that we're playing in stadiums that are filled this much, and not even just how many people come to the games, just how much support we've had in the community. I think the Paint the Town Orange campaign by our administration is great, and I think the community shows that every year. Businesses show out, and not even just the businesses, just walking down the street, how many people today just wished me good luck for the game, and I think we feel so loved here, and we try to show that every time we play by giving maximum effort, so hopefully our fans felt that today.
I have a question.
Perfect.
Oh.
Courtney, how does it feel to have played 100 games?
Yeah, 100 games, yeah. That was awesome. I think what a great way to celebrate. Obviously, wasn't really mentioned, which is fine. I think honestly to me that feels like a very true and good representation of my 100 games here. I think playing finals basketball is amazing, and like what an amazing win for the entire club. So for that to be a memory associated with my 100th game is even awesome. But yeah, no, it was a great day.
Shannon, how does it feel to coach Courtney for her 100 games?
Oh, it's awesome. And to be honest, like we didn't talk about it before the game, because last time we've had 2 milestones, we got absolutely belted. So, we're going to talk about it as a team now. But look, I think, I can't say enough good things about Courtney. She's obviously someone that I recruited here out of college. She's played, every different role that we could possibly ask her to play, whether it's getting DNPs, whether it's playing off the bench. She's taken a lot of feedback on board and really worked her butt off to get to the point where she's now a first team all WNBL player, and a captain of a team that's going to go and compete for a championship in Townsville. So it's, I can't say enough good things. I'm getting a bit emotional, but it's, I'm just very proud of her, and I'm excited to see her lead us out into a grand final series.